Hi everyone, V here, and welcome back to Wani Gator. In the last episode, we managed to escape the wrath of a mad parasaur bitch, and we took shelter in Iadakan's class. Though I don't think we have returned home, unless I missed something. Either we returned home or we are still in the class, waiting to get home. Let's see how things are going to unfold after that little talk with our art teacher. While students trickle out of the school, Olivia took the chance to unwind. I figured it'd be the best to let her rest, but I saw her drooping eyelids finally shut. She looked cute, just napping idly in her wheelchair. Except for the weird bellowing. It was like a snore, except I could feel it vibrating through the floor. With the clouds hiding the sun and the classroom's lights turned off, I could do with some shut-eye too. But I can't bring my eyes closed. Instead, I look out the window. The layer of clouds overhead steadily grows more dense, casting a darker shade on everything. Light raindrops prick against the glass. Crap, I really should have brought my umbrella. As a few minutes go by, they roll in closer and closer, blocking out the sunlight. If Olivia were awake, she'd think this was pretty neat. I look back to her. Maybe I could nap too. Just a little. Okay, either that was a camera flash or we are in the middle of a coastal thunderstorm. Okay, that was the latter. My eyes are drawn upward to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the window is assailed by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy moly! The trees outside are billowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in a torrential downpour. An umbrella wouldn't help with this. Huh? What? My phone's blaring an alarm. So is Olivia's. Instructions to shelter in place for several hours. The classroom door is thrust open quickly. Mr. Iadakan is back, panting hard and clothes-drenched. He takes a moment of surprise to compose himself as best he can. Sorry about that. The faculty is doing a sweep of the campus right now. Apparently, there's a monsoon scare right now. Monsoon? Does that happen here? Iadakan gestures to his drenched outfit and out the window as if to ask if Mia had clocked me ahead after all. Fair enough. Right. Are we going to be alright? Oh, of course. Schools are designated shelters for the world's disasters. If anything, you're safer here than at home. But the hallway outside is open, isn't it? I just finished putting the cover up. A cover? Just keep close to the wall, yeah? What do we do now? Iadakan shakes his phone at us. Shelter in place. We're all stuck here for a few hours. Olivia reaches into her bag and pulls out her drawing book and a well-used pencil. Actually, why don't you use this time to catch up on some schoolwork? I'm sure you have some work from other classes still pending, and I can't think of a better time to tackle that than now. But today's been rough. Can't I do this or finish my nap instead? That's fine too, but aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classes? Ouch. Maybe. Fine. I'll catch up on some of that work. Iadakan gives a single nod and smiles. Olivia puts away her drawing materials and instead pulls out her bulky mathematics book, which she sets on the table with more force than necessary, followed by her notebook. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself closer to her in case she wants some help with work. After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. She constantly fidgets, taps her pen on the table, and looks around the room and out the window. I feel this so much. Once my mind went like, no, I'm not doing this today, then I wouldn't be doing this today, no matter what. Eventually, she lets out a groan and slams her book shut. This sucks. Can I please do something else? Iadakan, who had been busying himself with grading some paperwork, snaps up away from his work, looking at Olivia while rubbing his chin. Well, there is one other thing you could help out with. Would need both of your help with it. Could even consider it a new extra assignment. What do you say? I don't know, today's been pretty rough on Olivia. Absolutely, I'll do it. Alright. Wonderful, it's back here. I guess everything is better than doing math homework. He starts walking to the back of the room and waits for the two of us to follow him. Whoa, something in a dark room? Oh man, I thought you wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few weeks of the semester. Are we going to be getting a head start on this section? Maybe we'll be making prints or learning about C41 and... Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back. Quit it with a cinematic gate, you're going too slow. Whoops. I shake the excitement off and head into the dark room. Iadakan holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside glows a vibrant crimson light. Iadakan's suit appears to light up in the red lights, as does my shirt. I've only actually been in a dark room once before. This is so cool. I clasp my hands together. So what are we developing? We? This is an important job just for you. Alright, I'm ready for it. What am I developing? Your lower back. What? There's a click of a switch and the red light switched to normal light and properly illuminate the room. There's boxes over there. I need one at each station around the room, but they're too heavy for me. Yeah, that would be my reaction too. If you can, of course, legally, I can't make you do any of this. Do I at least get extra credit? You get one of the bags of chips I keep hidden on my desk. Sign me the fuck up. Fine. Nice. Come on, Olivia, we should clear the way for him. There actually is something in the box we'll need in a bit. The two move back to the entrance and I'm faced with the myriad boxes I'll have to carry. Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium sized, like you could fit a table lamp in them. How heavy can they? I guess we got our answer. Dude, don't break it. Lift with your knees, Inko. This is gonna suck. I look at Olivia and she already has her phone out and pointed my way. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Damn it. I shift my legs and try again. I actually managed to get this thing on the ground. This must weigh at least 70 pounds. What are these loaded with? Bricks? Something like that. Careful, they're fragile. Fine, yeah, get the last box in its place. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. My muscles are on fire. Though to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all that at the beginning of the year. I guess I'm getting stronger. Iadakan walks back into the dark room with a small black toolbox. Oh good, you're done. Come on out and take a breather. Yeah, look, tough. I'd rather stay here. Olivia shows up in the doorway behind Iadakan. I'm surprised you didn't use the dolly. What dolly? I mean, okay. Before we get started with me, Inko, you didn't ask. Fair enough. For the love of... I hate you. That's the spirit. Olivia stifles her laughter into a snickering snortfest. Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying. Oh? He grabs a box cutter from a shelf and slices the top of one open. Our teacher pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh. Oh, sweet! So that means that you'll be making your own prints for midterms. That sounds awesome! Oh man, I can't wait to... But before any of that, these need to be assembled. The rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Olivia's gotten curious as she's rolled up to the station and handling one of the funnier looking pieces. Anywho, here you two go. Wait, two? Yes, two. Don't think I didn't notice you watching Nico so much. The stammered denial from Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin from our teacher's face. But what about you, Mr. Iadakan? I'll be right back. He makes his way to the door again. Get started without me, I need to go fetch some things. Before either Olivia or I can speak up, he's left the room. Olivia already has the toolbox open on her lap. Right then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled. Okay, so... And you broke it. Step 1. Hand me the next piece. Oh, did I scare you? Yes, you scared me. These things are heavy, what if you dropped that on something? I didn't though. But you could have. And I didn't. Olivia still reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on, we gotta do this right or the enlarger might not work right. She retracts her tail from the table. You're no fun, it's just an oversized lamp. That's a gross oversimplification. You're a gross oversimplification. Iadakan's gonna make you use the Wani break. Just means I can sketch more, right? Well, it means you can't participate and learn about photography. Photography is your thing, so it doesn't really apply to me much, does it? Well, maybe that's the case for you, but photography is my thing. That's the whole reason I took this class after all. Oh, sorry. It's nothing. I mean, it's definitely way slower paced than Snood Game, I believe I already said this, but I really like the moments of friendly banter that they have. It's a little bit different, I really like it. Olivia politely rests her hands in her lap. Her eyes linger on the box of parts. Well... How does it work then? The print enlarger? She shakes her head. Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right? Huh. I think that's the first time someone actually asked me about it. Sure, I've had lots of mid-shower rehearsals explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of that's coming to me right now. It's all about shot composition, and that machine is part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time to evoke a certain feeling. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know. I'm ill prepared for Olivia's comeback. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any other factors than yourself. With photography, you have to build the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it. But why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead? You can express all kinds of things you could never express with a photo. Olivia taps a claw on an imager, the metallic ping echoing in the small room. Also, I like that one raised eyebrow. What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page? The technique and vision! She smirks at my petulant comment. Fine, I'll show her. I'll prove to you that this takes skill. I hold the lighting post up, making sure it's at the right angle, and fasten the last portion of the launcher in. I plug the machine in and flip the switch, happy that it works right and lights up the entire base. Olivia looks at me with confusion as I move to the entrance of the room and flick the light switch, bathing the room in bright red again. Oh, cool. Going back to our workspace, I pull the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the carrier. And ta-da! The negative carrier in place in the machine, a blurry grey blob is projected onto the base. What? Give me a minute. I hold the manual under the side of the blob, checking which knob is which and slowly turn them. As the lens billows shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more definition until finally it becomes the spitting image of the school's front entrance. I can even do this! I take out the negative and place another atop it before slotting the carrier back in, while also increasing the strength of the light. The image displayed is now the entrance with a half-dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. What did you do? I overlapped another shot. The backgrounds are the same and doubled up, so I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance would be too dim. So, that would take me a few minutes to do tops. It'd look a lot better too. She smirks, but I think she's feigning her apathy this time. Her tail gives her away. It's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only knew how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Iadakan's lectures about negatives. What else can you do with this thing? I don't know, but... What's that smell? Oh shit! I pull out the negative carrier and wince at how hot it is. Crap, shit! Olivia's quick to rip the plug from the socket. With my sleeve, I open up the carrier and see I managed to meld the two negatives together. Oh man, I was gonna use that. All that work and I go and mess it up trying to prove something. Olivia's never going to let me live this down. The green Gator girl lays a sympathetic hand on my shoulder to my surprise. Hey, shit happens. I've ruined a lot of paintings in the past too, you know. She takes the reels from the warm metal plate and holds them up to the red light, trying to see through them. And you've got more shots on this thing. But I like those shots. Then go retake them. It's not that easy. Like, it has to be exact same time and weather and... lighting. Oh, okay. Electricity went out. The abrupt darkness coincides with the vague ambient sound of the ventilation shuddering to a halt. The blackness is all-encompassing. I can't even see Olivia, who I know is right next to me. Inko? Her voice helps me confirm that we are still alive in some fashion. But there's a shakiness in her tone, which sends a tense rattle down our spine. Our breathing is the only noise. It's as if we've been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. I'm still here. I know that. I plant my hand down to brace her shout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarged base. But, yeah, I guess the school lost power. I feel something cover my hand, and then squeeze. Painfully. Probably the tail. Ow! Sorry! The pressure lessens, but she doesn't let go of my fingers. No, it's fine. There's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand, but when I brush my thumb across it, the limb eases. Okay, so that's hand, I guess. Hey, stop that! Stop what? Just that. Stop the thing you're doing with your hand. I shrug, and then want to slap my face when I realize she can't see that. Alright. Standing here in the darkness of the dark room isn't getting us anywhere. Maybe... yeah, head out of the room? We should go find... Wow. Olivia, Inko! Okay. My instincts kick in. I hop back, to make space between us and the killer. I turn my back to them to become a defensive wall. I wrap my arms around Olivia's head to make sure she's 100% protected. Hey, it's me, Mr. Iadakan. It took a bit to find a flashlight, but with how this room is... I look up to the shining white pterodactyl pointing the flashlight at his own face. Oh. Get off me, you git! That's what you get. Look, I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closet. That's what Trigham's class is for. Okay, you're not paying, we're not okay. Mr. Iadakan holds up a pale hand, his grin widening. Relax, I'm just joking around. He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight. Power's out for the whole block, and apparently our backup generator is decades old and it's only keeping the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it out in the studio. Olivia follows me out into the main classroom as we trail slowly in Mr. Iadakan's wake. The slow sound of his gait set a nice contrast to the rain lashing against the windows. Wow, it's really coming down outside. Think of the flood. It floods here. Sometimes. The ground floor classrooms used to have carpet, you know. Iadakan starts pulling something out of his desk, but it's too dark to see what. Ew, don't remind me. The junk just sucked away half a year's funding. You ever try teaching people about watercolors without the friggin' watercolors? What's ridiculous? Yeah, I remember. I remember you were the most upset. Alright. He sets some tiny tea lights down on one of the desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. Windows trigger the fire alarms. We should be fine, they're too small by themselves. What are those for? Been saving them for a rainy day. We're going to be stuck for a while, so why not make it a camp out? Camping? I like the sound of that. Won't we get in trouble though? It'd be trespassing, right? It's either this or trying to get home in this storm. Of course, perfect timing. As if to illustrate his point, the weather decided to chime in. Besides, schools are usually made with sheltering in mind. There's all kinds of procedures for this, like bringing everyone to the gym and breaking out some really moldy cuts. Olivia winces. Those haven't been replaced. Ha! Our budget has been in the red for years, Miss Halford. Part of why we're being scrutinized right now with that whole audit business. Anyway, we're the only ones left in campus, so I'm not gonna go through all that trouble. So just relax for now. I already called a taxi for the both of you. Taxi? I made a call as soon as the power went out. It's just gonna be a while to get one ready and send it out. What will we do in the meantime? Our teacher has a wicked grin. You're not done with that homework, right? Oh, come on, please. Oh, I'm kidding. You know what? Honestly, Iadakan looks like a fantastic teacher, and I would love to have someone like that back when I was going to school. I'm at a storm carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her, but soon enough Mr. Iadakan starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters. You know, a few years back somebody tried to take his hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast. Holy shit. That sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join her not long after. You know, I still owe you for ruining your one coat last year. Oh, forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyway. You too? The eerie ambience from the blackout is quickly overridden by our combined laughter. Eventually, we run out of things to say and just wait quietly in each other's company. Iadakan slumps downwards in his chair. Long day today. He glances out the window, still being assaulted by sheets of rainwater outside. Normally I'm home by now, resting. You two mind if I relax a little here? No, go ahead. Thanks. He stretches behind him, cracking his spine against the groove of his chair. Olivia, I've been meaning to say... You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. I've noticed you being a bit more friendly recently. Huh? You think so? You've been in my classes all 4 years, of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you're in the adult world, you'll see this all the time. Once someone's in a rut, they tend to just stay there until their days blend together instead of lifting themselves up. Like they got all the time in the world. So I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia. Oh, Mr. Iadakan, don't be flustered, be proud, Olivia. You've managed to form a friendship. Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch to Inko. Hey, it's no problem, Mr. Iadakan. Come on, school hours are over, you can drop the mister. I mean, it's not something to be thanking me for, is it? I'm just a friend. That's great to hear, though. You can't always navigate this world alone. Something to keep company can really help. He can? More than you can imagine. Iadakan leans forward to place a hand over both of us. She just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when she winces and yanks it back. Shit. Olivia? Are you alright? This actually looks like carpal tunnel, considering that she was forced to draw so much. Ow, I'm fine. That just hurt. I was fine before, though. I've been trying to stay out of that wrist all day. Why is it that bad? It was feeling better. I even helped build those doohickeys. They're printer lodges. He covers his eyes with one hand. Oh, of course, great move. Sin's been overworking herself, and I think to give her extra physical work. What am I doing? It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry. I had no idea how bad it was. He leans forward again, gently holding Olivia's wrist, inspecting it and being careful not to cause any pain. You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself. I know you're doing extra work, but how did it even get this bad? It was a lot of extra work. Doing a whole group's assignments on top of my own. For the last 3 weeks, basically all my free time. It's a great practice, at least that's what I was telling myself. Olivia does her best to hide her wincing as the teacher tests her arm. I never would have made it to graduation. All because of that painting you switched. He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia. No, it goes further than that. That painting was all because of the pain you've been going through all these years. All because of that stress contest entry hanging in the gala. Your first venture into the art world, and it went how it did. Olivia looks down at her hands, stretching the fingers out in slowly, carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way or another. You and that painting. Our teacher palms his face and groans into it. It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I've told you so many times. She locks up, but manages a small nod. What a horrible chain of events. I've had to witness it all these years. Watched as it taken your friends, your self-worth. The little smile you had when you first came into my class. And now it's ruining your health. He gently lets go and covers his own eyes again. And I really just sat here and watched it? I was just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have. Iadakan, are you alright? I'm super. I'm more than okay. In fact, I've made up my mind about something. You, take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you two to see. Okay. No words, just do it, please. I nod. What are you going to show us? He stops at the door. Something you should have seen a long time ago. Okay. My shoes slosh noisily through the flooded hallway as we slowly head back to the main building of the school. Olivia herself had used her arms to tuck her legs up onto the seat, her head now resting on her knees. Iadakan didn't seem to care, each of his steps splashing water around and soaking his slacks. The drains in the floor are working overtime, keeping the water at a minimal level. An unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium, the interior of the school pitch black from the lack of lighting. At least we aren't dealing with wet floors, but navigating the halls in the dark is a new difficulty. Olivia brought out her phone, using its flash as a light to shine our way, but I'm still unnerved. The only sound I hear is the squelches of my shoes and the awkward dripping from both Olivia and I. And it was then I realized that Iadakan had left us behind. Mr. Iadakan? Her voice bounces down the dark halls of the school. Did you see where he went? Kinda. I think he went that way. I can just make out Olivia's hand pointing thanks to her phone. Towards the school's offices. I keep pushing Olivia, though taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step I take. It's slow going between the eerie darkness and my slow steps. What should have taken us a minute at most takes about 3 minutes for us to arrive at a gala. Well, we're here. The storm rages against the glass ceiling. What's normally the source of the hall's natural lighting is completely obscured by the typhoon. And there's still no sign of Iadakan. I would draw my phone and turn its flashlight on too in hopes to improve the situation. I can hear something else aside from us and the rain. Something that's getting closer. A tiny red light in the distance there with a sound. Is this slowly turning into Silent Hill? The tiny ember bounces and sways in rhythm with an odd tapping. Until... Okay... Okay, this is not what I expected. Just a glance at this gives me the American Psycho vibes. I'm frozen for a second. The thought forces its way through me. He wouldn't ever hurt us. Iadakan, what are you doing? Something is kicked aside. It's Olivia's painting from the art contest a few weeks back. It smacks loudly against the glass casing of the display case. These are the ones, yeah? What? I'm ignored, Iadakan's staring right at Olivia. She's also struck fearful, but she nods. Iadakan takes a deep breath and faces the display. What are you going to do with that? Hey, Iadakan, wait, this is a bit extreme, isn't it? Okay. Okay. I love the sudden color shift and holy shit. I don't even know how to react to this, but... I guess it's like he's, I don't know, judging by how he has been behaving so far. And that smile, that freaking smile. It's like he's metaphorically trying to free her from what's been burdening her? I guess? Oh, that shocked expression, beautiful. Olivia? It's gone. Both of them. This should have been done long ago. Yeah. Iadakan, this is... It's crazy. I know. What about the other things in the case? Who fucking cares? Those students graduated ages ago. You know how many still do art? None. If they're collateral so someone else can, fine by me. But Olivia? You got no other big paintings now, do you? She shakes her head. That's a shame. Look what I just did. I can make another. Yes, that's what I need to hear. Good God, Iadakan, you are like a fucking amazing teacher. Like, you know exactly which buttons to push to make someone act. Like, I really appreciate that kind of dude. You make me so proud to hear that. Do you remember in sophomore year when you challenged me to think of something I wanted to do and set a goal to do it? Of course. I couldn't think of anything back then. But there has been one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now. And like you said, some company could really help. Olivia grips my hand just a little tighter. Promise not to laugh? Never. Would you mind asking me again, Iadakan? Sure. I believe it was... If you could leave right now and go do anything you wanted, what would you want to do? Anything at all. Yep. I want to go see a fountain. And paint it for you. Fucking brilliant. There's a fountain here? There's a park not too far from here, and you can barely see a fountain in the center of it from the window. You can't see it right now in the storm, but I want to go there. I think I know of it. The one in Stig Equestrian Park. That's wonderful, Olivia. Iadakan stumbles a bit. I rush to give him a shoulder, some shards of glass crunching under my feet. Ha! Good thing the power's out. No cameras up or anything. Won't you get in trouble for this? I'm always in trouble for something. And ordinarily, I just take the hit. Especially for something like this. That Mia chick can't take the fall, to hell with her. Olivia manages another small smile. I'm looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me. I will. And you better help. Of course. Iadakan motions for us to wait by the school's entrance. For a while we sit there. Like I said, he's a fucking amazing teacher. Do you have one, Iadakan? Hmm? Do you have something you want to do? I'm already doing it. No, really. Really? Teaching in the high school is a great job that nobody ever regrets. Wait, really? I don't know if that was sarcasm or... You should pose that question to Enko there. All this character development and he's barely said a word. Alright, Enko, what about you? What do I want to do, huh? If I could pick anything, I guess... I want to go to college, I want to make plenty of friends, I want to find true love. You know, all these three sound relatively cliched, they are also very good answers. Though, to be honest, out of the three, I think make plenty of friends is the best option. Because, okay, you can go to college, you can get an education, but you will You will. There is a risk that you will wind up alone. You might be successful, but you won't have anyone to share it with. I want to find true love is also pretty important. You might find it or not. But then it's still going to feel a little bit emptier without having anyone to lean on. Other than your significant other, it would be a little bit of a, let's say, a little bit of a sad love if you don't have friends to share it with. And I believe that when you make plenty of friends, then everything else is better, because among those friends you might find true love, and those friends might encourage you to go and do some great things. So I believe this one would be the best choice. I want to make plenty of friends. A more ambitious dream, I can get behind it. It's a bit unimaginative. That's just hater talk. You should probably start looking more into the how and not the what. Like you would know, I can totally do it. Sure thing, Mr. Successful. Your blog doesn't even have 10 followers. You looked me up? Yeah, got bored. You could at least follow me if you're gonna cyberstalk me. I'll follow you when you make good content. Ouch. Though, fair enough. Also, your interpretation of Godzilla I copied from a video essay sucks, and you should feel bad. I copied Iadakan's motion with the axe and karate chop Olivia's leg. I didn't feel that, jackass. But I guess some banter is a form of motivation as well. Sounds like you have quite a promise to uphold now, Inko. Boo. Even with the disses being thrown around, what stood out most was the wild grin on Olivia's face. Between the staccato of rain and the uproarious laughter, time seemed non-existent. I could feel the muscles in my face brought on by a bout of laughter and grinning, which made the taxi's arrival so disappointing. At least, are we going to see the taxi driver? Will this be the groom? As we were escorted out to the parking lot, our mist was replaced with something more. Calm, comfortable, an easy quiet that let my thoughts wander back to the things that we said to each other. Back to what our tarot teacher had said. Navigating the world alone. For all the time I spent around Olivia and her friends, it never really occurred to me that she'd harbor something like loneliness. Damien alone is like a wild crowd composed of a single madman. That's one thing, but sometimes you can be in a group of people, but you have no connection, at least none of that specific connection with them, and this makes you feel alone in a crowd, and that shit's even worse. Unless she's practically the group's nanny or something. The driver of the yellow van leans into his horn, and I can feel a baleful leer on me even through the hail, fog, and raindrops. Olivia draws her hood up, and I hold my jacket above my head. With a final look to Mr. Iadakan, we thank him. No need for thanks. Seeing my students grow and prosper into adulthood is all the reward this old fossil needs. With a wave, he sends us off into the rain to the irate taxman's van that yells at us about his burning gas. While Olivia works to get herself situated in a cab, I turn back. Mr. Iadakan is sagging, meandering back into the building. Oi, hurry up! Right. It's been about a week since the typhoon. The days after were surreal, with how things just realigned with the old schedule. Iadakan was serious when he told Olivia to keep off that wrist. He effectively banned her from painting until it got better. Meaning all week I've been doing our work as a group. It was exhausting. Hello there. Having a company. But today I'm pretty excited. For the first time, Olivia is actually joining me on the metro. We're headed for the city. It's going to be a bit of a trip. For the last several nights, Olivia has been using my inbox to store sketching ideas while her wrist heals. On Thursday, she even attempted sending a few left-handed sketches, but gave up after the third or fourth milestone grad. Then Liz sent a game-changing invitation through our group chat. Her uncle has some business in the city, and he told her she can go to something with a time since it's her car. So she's invited the rest of us to join her for lunch at a fancy place. It's got us pretty thrilled. It's got me pretty thrilled. Olivia understood the order to stay off her hand, but that doesn't make her less manic about wanting to get back into painting. Why'd you agree if you don't want to go? Well, a trip to the city won't suck so bad if you're there. Aw. Even if I really want to start that painting. You're almost done healing, it won't be much longer, I know it. But Iadakan said you should at least wait for Monday. Yeah, that too. Besides, I don't want to be around Damien while he's... Ew. What? Poor guy looked positively miserable when I picked Olivia up. He was pale and shaking, and the claw between his feet was little bubbling after a particularly powerful sneeze. Ugh. Has it ever been that bad? It happens like once a year. It's one reason we don't share a room. One moment he's fine, the next he's inebriated. The scar is weird. Rain this every day. Yep, this is even my seat. Right next to the folding accessibility seat. What, did you start accounting for me before we even met? Yeah, maybe I did. She mouths something and rolls her eyes, but there's a clear smile after as she goes back to watching the passing buildings. Compared to a car ride together, this felt a little more intimate. Even if there are more people in close proximity, none of them paid us any mind. Just Olivia and I. Several stations later, the metro grinds to a halt at our stop. Alright, you ready? Yeah. Olivia shoos my head away when I go to help her out the metro. We step out into the chilled air of the city. I'm already getting goosebumps that the cold front is really making itself known. We should find Liz quickly before Olivia starts shivering. Are you seeing a long, big green neck anywhere? None that I know of. Great. That sounds awesome. We look around, through the alleyway into the closest shops. Maybe she's in the bathroom. I'd wait around, but I don't want to make Olivia wait out in the cold. Did we go to the wrong stop? Just text her already. Crap, right, I'm dumb. I mean, in a way, I guess. What the heck? Where'd you go? Oh, hello there. How did we miss her? A moment later, her head ropes out the door of a nearby coffee shop, followed by the rest of her. Hey, Inko! Glad you guys could make it! Yeah, just got confused, didn't know you'd be in the cafe there. Really? I've been in there the whole time. I messaged Damien and I went in to escape the cold and... Okay. Where's Damien? Oh man, he got nasty sick right before we left. He couldn't make it. Oh. But... is he fine? He'll be fine, I think. Okay, alright. Well, that just throws a wrench into all my plans now, doesn't it? We can still have fun without him, right? Yeah, I know, it was just, she was planning a double date. Well, I was hoping between the four of us, it'd be like a double date. I knew it. Huh? Yeah, Damien and me, you and Inko. All together for a fancy lunch. Liz, Olivia and I aren't... Oh. Oh! I'm sorry, I just assumed. Boy, this is embarrassing. Well, it seems like everything's going wrong for me. It's fine. I mean, okay, planning ahead is one thing, but you gotta also acknowledge the idea that something might not go according to plan. Yeah, well, we can still have a good time. I'm still having lunch with friends. I'm sure you guys will love it too, come on! I still wonder how exactly long her neck is. Liz leads us through the streets, pointing out to our destination when it comes into view through the towering skyscrapers. The building is more akin to a narrow spike aimed skyward with a large disc-like room built near the tip. Oh, I think I know what kind of thing it is. I have no idea how this thing is called, but it is either in the States or in Canada, I think. Toronto, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, that's a spike. There's disc on the very top. It's a restaurant and it slowly rotates, I think. And you see that space near the top? This is a restaurant. They built it in a way that the whole thing slowly rotates, like I said, so your view changes while you eat. I have no idea how this thing is called. You can see the whole city, the ocean, even the mountains. Whoa. I've gone here with my parents all the time as a kid, and I always daydreamed about bringing friends and important guests there and... well, you know, business type stuff. This will be my first time on my own. Well, you know. Yeah. Okay, where's Olivia going? You see, there's even a... Whoop, hold it. We lost Olivia. We turn around to check on our errant Gator friend, who's a bit farther behind and grimacing. She comes slowly rolling and fighting to hide the slight winces every time she pushes herself. Oh, sorry. It's fine. You sure you don't want help? I can manage on my own, please. Alright, you wanna lead the way? Alright, it's that Space Needle looking place, right? She rolls ahead and Liz and I follow behind, continuing our conversation. The restaurant is an impressive spire with an actual seating area 30 floors or so up. After Liz verifies her reservation, we're let into a special elevator with a glass front. After a minute or so of rising above the city, we stop and the doors slide open to reveal the restaurant. Okay. I'm pretty sure that the view is fantastic, but I would not want to sit right next to the window. It's a circular room with a seating by the windows and an inner ring of bars and the kitchen making up the center. Definitely a carefully crafted place. I wonder if it would be the kind of place my parents would bring me to. A waitress greets us and leads us to the table by the windows. One of the seats closest to the windows moves so Olivia's wheelchair can fit by the table. She approaches the space and stops. Okay. Probably also afraid of heights. She is looking down out the window. Can we switch seats? Afraid of heights? Shut. Alright. I oblige, shifting the seat over so she sits instead by the aisle. Quite a view, huh? I can see why it'd make you squeamish, Olivia. Heights also scare the living daylight out of me. Excuse me? With that neck? What? Are you afraid of heights, Liz? Well, yeah, isn't everyone? Well, That doesn't make any goddamn sense, Liz. Your head hangs 3 stories above your shoulders and heights scare you? That's a bit more direct way of saying what I just said. Look, acrophobia is the irrational fear of heights, okay? So of course it doesn't make sense, but still. Whatever, heights suck, we agree on that at least. So, what do you think? It's very nice. I can see why you wanted to come here. Liz nods. My family usually comes here once a year. Uncle Ferris has to remember to bring along a letter from the owner saying he's fine to let in, that he won't bring the whole tower down. Heh. Of course. What the hell is bisque? It's like a creamy soup. Olivia's looking into the menus. Right, we're here to eat. Lobster bisque? It's lobster tail in a creamy kind of soup. Then why not call it lobster soup? Bisque is a stupid word. Remember, excessively wealthy people like to do weird shit to make themselves feel even more special. I looked down at the menu myself. There's all your standard options between pasta, sandwiches, cuts of meat. Some weird novelty things, but I actually like trying those. Same here. I guess I'll have double tropical cheeseburger with pineapple sauce. Chicken pizza, the chicken is the crust. Entire leg of cow, carnival section, samies with Olivia. How the fuck are you going to eat the entire cow leg? Vol Caldera kebab with the wooden steak is even carved to look like the restaurant. You know, fuck it, I'm gonna go with cheeseburger. You sure? With onion rings. If you want it, I'm buying. They save breakfast all day too. I'm going with a pancake platter. Liz waves the waitress over. Why do we give our orders? Nostalgia pick? You got me, it takes me way back. She stares out the window. I look out the horizon as well. The view has shifted a bit to show the mountains. We all look out for a long while. Maybe a little too long. Ordinarily, this would be around the time Damien would say something that kept the conversation going. Alright, he's usually the one bringing us all together. Yeah, it's straight to think about, but Liz and Olivia aren't truly more than acquaintances. But during lunch, it's Damien that always makes sure everyone else is included in the conversation. Nothing comes to mind. I don't think I'd make a good Damien. One moment, please. Really? I ring Damien up in the hallway, asking for advice, especially when he's sick. He's sick, yes, but hopefully he'll have something for me to use. If he picks up, please. Hello? Vinny, I want to talk to Damien. Nah, he's out right now. Man's with him in the backyard, he's puking his guts out into a bucket. What? Why? This control guy buys it from us for $50. Gross. What do you want him for? I can tell when he comes back in. Oh, why not? I wanted to know how he always keeps our friend group so lively. Like, I was considering small talk, just bringing up movies or something. Ew, no, movies suck, nobody actually likes them. What? I'm playing Fortnite, I'll turn it down so you can hear me. Kid, you're skating on thin fucking ice here. I heard what you said, it was just dumb. Was it? Yeah. There's a pause for a moment. Movies always sucked. Like they started in black and white and without sound and they never really got better. Even when they peaked in the 70s, they only barely became watchable. Then I watched The Godfather, that made me watch that stuff and it just sucked. No, you probably just didn't get it. That explained the whole plot to me, ins and outs, and it really was just mid trash. The movie what it was, you can't just call it trash. Yeah, I can. Movies are just a trash genre of content. Even the best ones are usually just polished turds that waste your time. Jesus Christ, the kid is aggressive with this. Okay then, what's a good movie? Oh, fuck you. I'm ahead of Mr. Beast. How about Storytime animations? Oh, you got to be kidding me. I'm not. Any popular content on Usenet provides more value for your time than the classics that you old people fall over, and it still sucks. Those aren't even movies. They move and I watch them. Not my point, you troglodyte. As you could even think comparing that slop to the likes of Star Wars, The Godfather, Blade Runner 2049. Movies are one massive pile of doo-doo fodder, but even it can sometimes make something mediocre. These are billion-dollar franchises. Millions of people would disagree with this deranged nonsense. Doo-doo fodder. Oh my, you little... Listen, you little chump. Next time you see you, I'm going to wring your neck like a wash rack. Oh shit. We are in deep. What? Who is this? Shit. Calm down. Calm down. Kill him later. I mean, there is something that you could do to him that's a fate worse than death. Just have a word with Sophie and tell her that her kid is probably looking at things that not that Vinny is looking at things that are not exactly age appropriate for him, and put a time limiter on Usenet and other internet activities. Holy shit, I'm a cunt. Okay, going on. Nuts, I didn't get the advice. I settled back to my seat and slumped down, catching my breath. Whoa, you alright? Your eye is twitching. I don't think I've ever been more angry in my life. What happened? I don't want to talk about it. I rubbed the tension from my face. Fine, I can be a good Damien all by myself. So, Liz? Yeah? You mentioned when we first met you wanted to be an art dealer, getting the right people the right paintings, right? How's that going? Oh, yeah, it's going great. I just got accepted to Marshland U, actually. Oh, snap. Yeah, I finally got everything all worked out for myself. I'm going to hit the ground running once I graduate. That's pretty cool. I'm still figuring things out. You too, right, Olivia? I only got short-term goals right now. But I'm interested in what Liz was talking about. I mean, yeah, they could pair up, I guess. Olivia paints, Liz sells this stuff. That makes sense. Right, I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem for Olivia to replace the stolen painting. But what was annoying was having to contact the Treasury and Administration about the broken cabinet. I mean, what even happened? Iadakan. Whoever did it, I wish they could have dealt with Miss Scale's neurotic tantrum the way I did. We're still finding glass shards all over the floor and I get screamed at as if I'm the one responsible for it. Okay. Scaler needs to put the coffee mug down sometimes. Jeez. It's not a problem anymore. We already ordered a new display. It should be installed next month. Oh, I got off track. What we are talking about again? The art dealing thing. I'm actually interested. Oh, well, the plan is to be able to open my own business and start online and work me up to having a physical location. Uncle Ferris told me he's willing to help me figure the legal part out. That's like super nice of him. And considering that he's, I don't know, the audit guy superintendent, I don't know what the position is called. I'm pretty damn sure he knows his way around legal stuff. I've already gotten a few connections, some people that might be interested in being involved at around some pretty decent prices. Me, I mean. And I'll be selling my own works too. I've gotten even better at painting since the start of the year, have you noticed? I think I have, yeah. Although since I'm no artist, I'll admit some of the details are probably lost on me. Liz, not? Maybe I'll buy one sometime. You'll give me a discount, right? Of course. Ha, maybe. Olivia, have you painted anything good recently? No. Oh. Oh, sorry. It's fine. Well, I got one I really want to be doing. Why don't you? Because I got dragged here instead. Ooh. No, 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 don't. That came off super rude. Dang it, Olivia. I mean, not that I'm mad. Liz looks like she wants to say something, the thought dies on her tongue. Yeah. The conversation and the tension thankfully gets interrupted as our food arrives. The social media influencer in me itches to take a photo of each plate, especially with how good the presentation is. Don't. This is the one thing I'm saying. Don't. Just don't. Dang, I should have brought my camera along with me. Wait, I have my phone. Say, Olivia, I turned just in time to see her clamp her jaw at Uncle Meat, tearing it right to the bone. Holy fuck. That expression never get between Olivia and her meat. Never mind. How's it taste? She takes a moment to chew her food before setting it down a hatch, then smiling as she gives me a greedy thumbs up. Liz chuckles from Olivia's good review as she lowers her head to get a first bite of her pancakes. And once again, a fucking adorable smile. Given that her neck is making movements equivalent to doing the happy dance, I'm guessing that the pancakes are good here. My view had changed again, and now having noticed it, I could almost feel the slow rotation of the room. I savor my onion rings while watching Welcome pan right by us, taking an amazing view. My thoughts reach out for my camera, already calculating the restaurant's rotation with the proper settings to capture the full 360 panorama I could achieve. And a separate section of my mind recalls the other panoramic of the city I saw. The one that is now nothing more but shredded debris. Say, Liz. The Brachiosaurus takes a moment to respond as she attempts to cram her snoot into her glass of water. A stupid glass, no straw. Yeah? So, you mentioned all about wanting to be an art dealer and be a part of that system. I guess it could be cool if we work together. And again? I don't know, just seems like a decent idea. No, I get you. Now it's Liz' turn to pause from her food, sit upright, and carefully tap the napkin on her closed lips. Maybe, but I don't think you'd want that, honestly. Okay. No, that'd be cool, I'd like that. Oh. Yeah, maybe, I'm not sure. This is going sideways. Not sure? Yeah, I'm trying to get this whole thing off the ground on my own. Without others' help, right? Like how you feel about your art stuff. That's different. The point is, it's important to me that my start is as self-sustaining as possible. But you just said you had connections and your uncle. Yeah, family and such, not a... Olivia raises that iconic eyebrow. Friends? Or is it just me? Oh. Yeah, this is going sideways once again. Olivia, don't even start to make a scene. I have to do something. Olivia, Liz, come on guys, can we finish lunch first? How am I making a scene, Liz? I'm just curious about your life for once. Well, not like this then. I'd rather you go back to giving me the silent treatment. Ooh. This is getting... Oh no. Oh no, 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 what have I done? What's your deal? Damien and Inka want us to be friends. Here I'm actually trying and... What, am I not worthy enough for your stuck up... Ah. You didn't want my friendship before, or Damien's, for years. It just sounds a bit like you just want to be friends now because you can get something out of it. This... I mean, it's not something that you should say out loud, but I fully understand why Liz would feel this way. Like, I'm sorry, girl. I want to be friends, just not like that. I thought things would finally start getting good. Olivia, there's lots of people less fortunate than you. You have the support of your friends, all the offers. You couldn't just blame me if you just ignore both. Liz, let me finish, please. I'm not mad. I envy you, I admit it. Anyone would effortlessly getting that attention and help. I hate it. I know, and I know it's wrong, but that's what I've been thinking for a while. I see all these things you have available to you all these years, and you just take them for granted. I just think it's a wasteful way to live. Look, sorry, I appreciate you guys. After telling to my face how you'd rather be elsewhere and not here while eating at my expense? Ouch. But yeah, that's kind of to be expected when you say something like that. And it's the first time I see Liz actually freaking ticked off. You know what, Olivia? This is the most nice I can do for you at the moment because you really don't deserve anything else. Liz! Liz claps a hand over her mouth. Olivia doesn't respond. She looks down at her plate. I'm going to use the bathroom. She pushes herself away from the table and through the aisle. Oh no. I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't mean to snap. It's alright, once Olivia gets back, you can apologize. No, I don't think I can. After everything, I think I deserve that much. Good God, the brief was just to get these two walk in and have a good time, and it's like a grenade was thrown into the table. Wow, I'm a terrible fucking Damien, let me tell you. Liz? Yeah? Why didn't it work? Why didn't what work? I know you two aren't on the greatest terms, so I tried to keep conversation going. So it wouldn't get awkward and nobody would get left out, like Damien does. I feel like this was somehow my fault. But how? I did everything I was supposed to do. I don't think you did anything wrong. Why does this never happen around Damien? Good question, I don't know. It's like a built-in thing for Damien, I guess. Liz picks out her plate, popping the yolk on her over-easy egg. She's probably not in the mood if I pushed any further and said anything I want to say right now. Olivia won't like me prodding right now either. There's no options. I tried to think of something to do, but nothing. I can't think of doing anything at all. Not without making someone uncomfortable or worse, getting them mad at me. And I'm never even anticipating something like this happening. It's frustrating. I can't do anything, but I can't do nothing, obviously. Not if I want to smooth things over. Right now, Olivia's in the bathroom. She's actually just fooling around the hallway, but the point is that two are separated. I can work something out. Should I keep trying then? I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I think I'd rather you didn't. You know what? Hey, come on, Liz, help me out here. Ask Liz for help. How does she know how to deal with avoiding upsetting others? Go find Olivia. Like, I'm a little bit confused over here, but judging from the current exchange, Liz is dejected enough not to want to keep going. I think I'm gonna go check up on Olivia, especially that technically she's my girlfriend. And then I'll see how it goes from there. A heavy breath escapes me as I stand from my chair. You'll excuse me, Liz. Her head tilted comically further than needed in question. Just want to check on Olivia. Oh. She waves me off as I turn away. Making my way through the restaurants, I thought of being marvelous at how I don't even feel the room spin. Kinda makes me dizzy, honestly. But it's just mental busy work to distract myself. After all, I have no idea what I'm gonna say to Olivia. Hey, should I ask her how she is? Enko? Well, I'm on the spot now. Hey, just came to see what you were doing. I thought I had more time to think about things, but instead of being by the restroom, Olivia was... Why are you here by the bar? I wanted to see if they'd give me a mimosa. What? Mimosa? You know, like OJ and champagne? Olivia, you can't drink. Says you. She takes a long sip from a glass flute filled with orange liquid. I make to slap it out of her hand, but her tail stops me. I'm joking, jeez. It's like you, Inko, a virgin. Fuck you. She grins at my skull and continues sipping on her drink. Want some? She holds out the glass to me with that smug smile of hers. Taking the flute, I can clearly see where her lips had touched it. Olivia looks to be leaning forward as I stare at the glass. Ignoring the heat in my cheeks, I tip the glass above me, carefully pouring some of the liquid into my mouth. Oh. This is just juice and ginger ale, Olivia. Handing her back the glass, for a split second I thought I saw some disappointment in her eyes. Maybe I'm just seeing things now. With a shake of my head, I refocus. I came to check on Olivia and fix things between her and Liv. You okay, Olivia? Yeah, totally. Why wouldn't I be? Her eyes are wide open and yet not looking my way. Well, because of what Liz said. Oh. She sags in her chair. Olivia? Oh yeah, that was... Her finger circles the lip of her glass as he thinks. I'm not hurt, just frustrated. She looks at her glass one final time and then downs the lap water within a single swallow. Afterward, Olivia sits it on the bar on top of a couple of crumpled dollar bills. I mean, Liz doesn't get it, Inko. Maybe if she walked a mile in my shoes, she would, but... I hate to see guys go at it like that. Yeah. Maybe it's been a long time coming for me, but who cares? A long time coming? I know she's been a bit frustrated for a while, probably been holding that in. Doesn't mean I want to hear it though. All the time I've known her, she's just been so far ahead of me. You heard her yap about how her odds getting better, how many connections she has, and how it'll get her $1 billion or whatever. I'm the better artist, but I don't even know how to start getting my crap together like that. I look at a chasm between us and it fills me with dread. It's just jealousy, I know it. It's just been getting worse every time she mentions getting better in life, while I can't even convince myself to try. It's different actually getting her upset at me over this specifically. I just mentioned being someone she'd consider a real acquaintance and she blows up like that. You want to talk about it? No. You sure? Is that what you wanted to see me about? Actually, the other part is that I'm a bit confused. I wasn't expecting things to go the way they did, so I came to see you to ask for help to make this right. Uh-huh. Well, I'm not apologizing if that's what you mean. Come on, Olivia, help me out here. Ask Olivia for help. How does she know how to deal with avoiding upsetting others? To be honest, I don't know which of these... I don't know which of these would be better, like... Personally, I don't think Olivia actually cares about if she's upsetting others or not. But she's definitely way more talkative than Liz. I think this would be the better option, honestly. Like, I'm honestly stumped because both of these are actually, asking for help, but like I said, Olivia doesn't exactly care about avoiding upsetting others, so... It's not my fault they reacted like school children. Olivia, hear me out. What? You just admitted yourself you were expecting that from Liz, yeah? You know how she's been feeling. want to smooth things out with everyone. Can you please help me? She's the one that snapped at me. What do you want from me? Just to consider her feelings. She's already down because her date idea fell through, and then you said you don't even want to be here. That's not what I said. It basically was. She's doing something nice for us, Olivia. And I've been trying to include everyone in the conversation. It just needs to happen. There's no need for us to have any ill will towards each other, right? Yeah, I know. So can we try to smooth things over with Liz? I got a plan. Once we get back, I can chime into the argument and put it to rest. Fine. But you're helping me when I do finally get to the painting. You got it. So, ready to go back? Her smile seems to travel all the way to her tail as it bobs alongside her head's nod. Sure. Olivia follows me back to our table. Hey, you guys are back. Everything good? All cooled off? Yeah, everything's great. I want to give my 2 cents. Try to resolve everything. I don't know. Olivia's right, Liz is being petty. Liz is right, Olivia needs to think of others more. I can't decide who's right, you or my friends. The thing is, both of them are kinda wrong, but... like, both are in the wrong, but I don't know if... I'm honestly thinking really hard over here. And you know what? Part of me actually wants to go back on one of the choices that I made just to see maybe it's going to go a little bit differently. Because I do want to defuse the situation, but the thing is... Liz is right, Olivia needs to think about us more. No, Olivia is right, Liz is being petty. Both of you are being petty. And saying that I cannot decide who's right, you my friends, that's a different thing. You know what, fuck it, I'm sorry, I'm going to break my own rule and go back to the choice. Maybe it's going to open a different dialogue option, like, I'm sorry, as I said, that normally I try not to, but I honestly cannot pick any of these in good conscience. If it turns out that I pick this one, and then there is still the same 3 choices, I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna come back over here and go with this one once again. But like I said, those 3 choices do not seem okay to me. Let's go with this one. I'm sorry. No, that's not it. Rubbing my scalp to help my thoughts flow, I just let my words come out unfiltered. I'm serious here, Olivia. I need some help. I have her full attention now, and my words just keep coming. I feel like I did everything right, but it went wrong. You and Liz got into an argument. And though it wasn't heated, you got hurt. That scares me. For a brief moment, Olivia's grey eyes widened in surprise. I have a few ideas on what to do, but... nothing that won't make someone upset or worse get them mad at me. Why do you care about our opinions so much? Because you're my friends? I want us all to get along and enjoy the lunch we got invited to, but I don't know how to fix it. The only things I can think of will just probably make you guys upset with me. So that's why I'm asking you. Me? You're self-reliant. You're strong in your stance to never accept help on account of your condition. For the longest time that confused me. Well, it still does, but you do it. It confuses you? Well, it's like others are willing to give, and giving feels good. So when you deny it, it's like telling those thoughts don't matter. That's actually a very good point. One way to put it. That's the part I don't get. Even though everyone stands to gain something for the sake of your goals, you don't accept it. You take the hard road. Saying it out loud, I like it. I'm willing to give it a shot, but I don't know how. What do you do when there's no good option? Wow. Well, thanks. I guess I'll put it this way. It'd make an alcoholic happy to give him alcohol, even though it hurts him. But sending him to rehab, that's painful. It's not a happy journey to take. But it's good for him. Absolutely, that's my point. Don't worry about making others comfortable and happy if something needs getting done. In my case, that means ignoring the help because my own goals need to be done. If it makes someone comfortable, then it's their problem, not mine. When something needs doing, you just gotta do it. And when no option seems like it'll make people happy, well, you do what you can. That makes sense? I'm making this up as I go along. I think this is exactly what we needed to hear, so... okay. My apologies. If it's the right thing, you'll get the support you need. After all, I got you. And even if you don't, standing alone for your standards is cool. You'll be trying, and that's what matters. Yeah. Thanks, Olivia. Hey, you're welcome. Gotta admit, I'm kinda surprised because at first I don't exactly thought that Olivia cares that much about making others comfortable or not, but it feels like she just told us something that we will really need. Like I said, if it doesn't change the dialogue options, then I'm going back to my first choice, but if it does, I'm going to see. Saying all that out loud is helping me understand a few things too. You ready to head back? I have an idea how to smooth everything over. Sure, I'm curious what you have in mind. Even if you think I won't like it. I start heading back to the table, Olivia follows close behind me. Hey, you guys are back! Everything good? All cooled off? Yeah, everything's great. I want to give my 2 cents, try to resolve everything. Oh, fine, yes, this is the part that I was missing. This is the part that I was missing, because like I said, I can't decide who's right with my friends. This feels like pushing out of the argument. And this is not a one-sided thing. This is why this did not lie correct with me, and this is why I broke my own rule once, just to go back and see if this would give me a little bit more of an insight on everything. Because like I said, in a way, both of them partially fucked up, and this is what was constantly rattling in my head. Both of you are wrong. I take a deep breath. I don't really want to have to do this. Olivia watches carefully. She talked me through this. I can't do it. She won't stop being my friend over this. Get over yourself, Inko. Just say what needs to be said. I think you're both acting silly. Really? Both of us? I didn't know that trying to get you guys conversing would make these sour feelings come up. And it was my mistake, my bad. But it's just ridiculous. Liz, I get Olivia was a shut-in and didn't open up to you back then, but that's clearly not the case anymore, is it? That was a question. No, I guess not. Then what use is holding a grudge? Accomplishing your goals on your own is fine, that's your prerogative. But when you say Olivia is just treating you differently because she has something to gain, you know that's not right. And Olivia, I hate to say this, but you've been pretty thoughtless here as well. Liz is trying to do something nice for us, and hey, we all get to have a nice dinner in this crazy place. But when you say you'd rather be home painting, that's not just insulting Liz. It tells me you'd rather not be here with me as well. I love how much you've opened up to us, Olivia. What seems to me is that both of you just refuse to see eye to eye. Too much pride going on. The sooner we stop trying to get the other tag the way we think they should, the better. And I thank you for your advice. I hope you won't be mad at me for saying this. Just please be a little more considerate. He's definitely way more polite with what he said, but this is pretty damn spot on what I was thinking. Like I said, I knew that I went back on my choice this one time, but the other three dialogue options were just not sitting well with me, and I needed to check. I am glad that it turned out that I was wrong. That I was wrong with my first choice, and that I was right that this would open up a different option, because yeah, both of them are acting a little bit wrong. That's it. Again, sorry if I went too far. Yeah, right. That's a little eloquent for such a little argument. Well, it was bothering me, and it would have turned into something more given time. Alright, that's fair, I appreciate the effort. That's what you had in mind when you asked for advice? Yeah? I figured it'd be something a lot worse, like the roast of the century you've been holding in against us. But that's it, that's also decent. You're usually pretty thoughtful, so I guess I can see how that was a lot for you. We're nearly adults, that's not going to bother us. At least it shouldn't. So, are you good? Yeah. Thanks, Inko. Thanks. That went much better than expected. And considering the time of the current episode, it's a little bit longer considering that I had to go back on an option, like I said. Still, sorry for breaking my own rule that one time, but like I said, the only reason I did it was because the options that I was given at the end simply did not sit with me. I saw that both of them were acting unreasonable, and I just wanted to see if maybe a different chat option would give me something else to hold on, and I am glad that it turns out that it did. I am not going to do it anymore, but like I said, just in this specific case, it just did not seem okay with me. But that's about it. And like I said, it's been like an hour and a half of this episode, so not to drag anything any further. Time to wrap everything up. That's all for today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.